Oh, all right. Super late starting the day because GM took forever to bring me the bolts, but we finally got the bolts and we're going to drive this car today. We're going to. All right, so here we go. Start of day 2. Here's the transmission with the new pre-bled throat bearing. We got Luke clutch, flywheel, pilot bearing's already in, and we got OEM flywheel bolts and Loctite because I don't play any games. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing back together because I'm trying to move this thing today.
Alright, so there I'm getting the clutch on. I already torqued the flywheel down. You'll see me get out the torque wrench and start torquing that down. Once we get that in, we start working on the transmission. I should have for sure got the exhaust off better. It was very tight. The firewall was in the way terribly. So we just had to kind of really fight the bell housing, getting it around everything. If I do it again, I'll know I have to pull more of the exhaust off versus what I did. And it should help. It'll still be a pain because of the top, but it will be easier. Thankfully Eric showed up at the right time, so he was able to kind of help us with another set of hands. But after some monkeying, we definitely got it done. Everything lined up. The hole for the shifter lined up very well. And honestly, other than that, everything was bolt on. I was really impressed. I really thought I was going to have to do a tranny cross member. I know on the Silverados, the transmission mount is different between the automatics and manuals. So I was very happy to see that I didn't have to do any of that. Yeah, this is our second go at it. We definitely got it that time. It really kept fighting us. We had to kind of put the transmission in a little crooked. So anytime you're doing this, just know like turning the transmission a little bit definitely helped.
All right, so we got the transmission in. It was kind of a bitch, but it's in. Everything completely lines up exactly the same.
Put the T-case bolts.
T-case bolts? Wait, it doesn't just sit in there?
You gotta put it in and lock it in.
Yeah, doesn't it like just
put it in and twist it? It just sits there.
Twist tip?
Not twister, tips.
Tips.
Yeah, tips or tip?
Tips.
I have 2?
More than 2.
Oh, yeah. All right, installing the T-case. We've already test fit it before. So we're gonna get that in.
Your fucking
drive
fingertips,
shaft.
you nasty fuck.
Well, I'm trying to explain. I'm not taking this out. This is a part of the video.
You got 10 tips.
Alright, after Ricky's terrible joke, we got the T-case in, bolted it down, and got the drive shaft in. And basically today, because it was so late in the day, I mean, at this point it's like 5:30. But I really wanted to at least move it outside today so I could feel accomplished. We got, you know, the clutch line in, the drive shaft, T-case. cross member, just the bare necessities to be able to move it. While I was doing all that, I had Ricky and Eric disappear and go get the neutral safety switch off the side of the old 4L60. This is where they come in and tell me they broke it, but it's fine. That was foreshadowing for later on in the video.
All right, we're on day 3 now, and we've driven the car outside. It's not perfect. The exhaust is still not welded back on, which will be done today. We have to finish filling the transmission, T-case, and the dust shield, front drive shaft, and wire in the reverse lights. Make sure 4-wheel drive works. So far it is working on the dash, so I just have to make sure it's working when I put it all together. Past that, we have to start on some maintenance stuff. On this truck, we gotta fix the doors still. It is not attached very well. The door is mangled, so I have to take the door off and fix it. And then from there, we have to fix the e-brake. This bracket that's welded on the frame is broke off from apparently like major drifting. I don't know, I've never seen this happen before, but that's new, so I have to make a new bracket, so we'll see about making that. We got to replace both these cables. We're going to put a G80 rear diff in here, and then clearly we need some new rotors, pads, and dust shields, and shoes the whole way, just everything in the back, everything. So that's what we're gonna get into today. So let's get to it.
So the first start was getting the exhaust done today. I didn't have it in the video, but I did put a reducer on the one end just to help ease getting it back into place and make it stronger. Then start working on the back half of the exhaust because it was messed up too. I actually didn't realize it when I was doing the job, but the bolts holding the back of it on weren't even attached to the truck at all. We never took them off, so they were just never there. I'm super impressed. But I got that welded all back up, and then after that I worked on cutting the automatic linkage off. Already removed it up top, and then got the front drive shaft and the neutral safety switch all situated.
Oh, all right, so exhaust is done. Fixed that, couple spots. Top the fluids off, put the front drive shaft in, cleaned up the wiring. Give it a good once over, and put the skid plates back on. Now I have to re-bleed the clutch one more time because it popped on and off a couple of times. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a nice little bleed. I think it feels a little off. So we're gonna go ahead and bleed it. And then next step is gonna try to get this door to shut because it still doesn't shut. So we gotta figure that one out. Ugh, I really don't want to. All right, so funny story. I finished everything up, went to go start it, and the starter wouldn't disengage. If I turned the key on, it would start up. And come to find out that, wherever I put it, right here, the neutral safety switch apparently stopped working. and shorted out inside to the point that the starter wouldn't shut off. So I technically bypassed this anyway, so I'm just going to officially bypass it 100%. It's a couple wires, I just have to solder them and call it a day. I don't play basketball. I missed that. So yeah, so that's going to be the final step, doing that. And then I'm going to back it off the lift a little and finish fixing the door. And I have to clearance a little bit for the clutch pedal. There's some padding on the floor because it's an automatic truck. And it doesn't, like, you have to push it really hard to disengage. So we're going to go ahead and fix that and keep going. So this here has to be cut off of the floor because it won't let the pedal fully disengage. All right, so we're done with the 5-speed swap. Everything works as if it functions factory. I have verified that 4-wheel drive works, 4-wheel high and low. The neutral safety switch is now fixed properly and soldered and taped up. I clearanced the pedal. We had to clearance that little bit of carpet. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take this thing for a test drive. Stiff. Clutch feels beautiful. Let's just bring it to a stop, see if 4 high works. Oh, I heard a click. Oh yeah, I feel that. Let's go ahead and see if 4 low works. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's 4 low. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, everything works. Speedometer, tach, all work fantastic. Go. The first test drive. Success.